Foods high in high fructose corn syrup, HFCS, present a significant and often underestimated risk for individuals with gout or chronically elevated uric acid. HFCS is widely used as a sweetener in processed foods, snacks, sugary cereals, condiments, sauces, and baked goods because it is inexpensive, highly soluble, and prolongs shelf life. Despite its prevalence and the perception of sweetness as harmless, HFCS delivers concentrated fructose, which is metabolized in the liver in a way that accelerates purine breakdown and increases uric acid production. This makes HFCS-containing foods not only calorie-dense, but also potent metabolic triggers for gout, independent of their protein or purine content. The risk associated with HFCS is exacerbated by the sheer ubiquity of the ingredient in modern diets. Many people consume multiple servings of HFCS-laden foods daily without realizing it. For example, sweetened cereals, flavored yogurts, breakfast bars, sauces, ketchup, barbecue sauces, candies, cookies, pastries, and even certain breads can all contain significant amounts of HFCS. This hidden exposure makes it easy to accumulate a substantial fructose load, driving uric acid production higher over the course of the day. Unlike purines in meat or seafood, which are easier to track, HFCS is often disguised under names like corn syrup solids, or fructose-glucose syrup, making careful label reading essential for anyone managing gout. HFCS poses a dual threat to uric acid regulation. First, fructose itself rapidly increases uric acid synthesis by promoting ADP turnover in the liver, leading to enhanced purine degradation. Second, many HFCS-containing foods are energy-dense but nutritionally poor, promoting weight gain, insulin resistance, and metabolic syndrome, all of which impair renal uric acid excretion. This combination amplifies gout risk. It not only triggers acute spikes in serum urate, but also contributes to long-term elevation in baseline uric acid, creating conditions for recurrent flares, urate crystal deposition, and chronic joint damage. The cycle is self-reinforcing. Consuming HFCS-rich foods increases uric acid, metabolic dysfunction worsens, and future uric acid handling is impaired. Portion size and frequency play a crucial role. Small, seemingly inconsequential amounts of HFCS can cumulatively deliver a large fructose load when consumed repeatedly throughout the day. For example, a can of sweetened soda, a serving of flavored breakfast cereal, and a handful of processed cookies can together supply enough fructose to meaningfully raise uric acid in a gout-prone individual. Because HFCS is often combined with refined carbohydrates and saturated fats, these foods also contribute to broader metabolic dysfunction, including obesity and insulin resistance, which further reduces the body's ability to excrete uric acid effectively. Another complicating factor is the perception of healthy, processed foods. Many products marketed as breakfast bars, sweetened yogurts, or fruit snacks contain HFCS despite appearing wholesome. People attempting to make better dietary choices may inadvertently consume fructose-laden foods multiple times a day, undermining gout management. The hidden nature of HFCS and its presence in condiments and sauces often make it a stealth contributor to elevated uric acid, catching even vigilant individuals off guard. From a practical perspective, managing HFCS intake requires careful attention to food labels and ingredient lists. Ingredients labeled as corn syrup solids, high fructose corn syrup, or fructose-glucose syrup should be noted and minimized or avoided entirely. Processed sweets, baked goods, and energy-dense snacks should be replaced with whole food alternatives whenever possible. Whole fruits are preferable because their natural fiber content slows fructose absorption, reducing the acute impact on uric acid levels, though high fructose fruits such as apples, pears, and mangoes should still be consumed in moderation by those prone to gout. The nutritional cost of HFCS-laden foods is significant. They are typically high in calories, low in protein, and deficient in vitamins, minerals, and fiber. Regular consumption can promote fat accumulation, insulin resistance, and systemic inflammation, all of which exacerbate gout risk and complicate long-term urate management. While HFCS provides quick energy, it does not confer meaningful health benefits, and the metabolic consequences far outweigh any minor convenience or palatability advantage. Hydration is particularly important for individuals who occasionally consume HFCS-containing foods, as adequate fluid intake supports renal clearance of uric acid. However, hydration alone cannot counteract the effects of repeated or high fructose intake, especially when combined with other dietary purine sources, alcohol, or metabolic risk factors. Careful dietary planning and substitution of HFCS-laden foods with whole, unprocessed alternatives is critical for maintaining uric acid stability and reducing the risk of painful gout flares. In summary, foods high in high fructose corn syrup are metabolically hazardous for people prone to gout. The concentrated fructose rapidly increases uric acid, and the prevalence of HFCS in processed snacks, sweets, cereals, and condiments makes hidden exposure a common and insidious problem. These foods are energy-dense, micronutrient-poor, and contribute to obesity and insulin resistance, further impairing uric acid excretion. Limiting HFCS, reading labels carefully, avoiding processed sweets and baked goods, and emphasizing whole food alternatives, including moderate consumption of lower fructose fruits, are essential strategies for protecting joints, reducing flare frequency, and maintaining long-term urate control.